We are here with Bells of Steel at Home Gym Con, and they're getting their own, and they're only one getting a dedicated video because they sponsored our trip here. So thank you very much, Kayvon. Because without him, none of our content would exist. And we're like 18 hours into filming here.
Yeah.
But they've got a lot of exciting stuff going on. So the Smith machine attachment for the Manicore, the Dreadmill, the map porter attachments for the cable tower, a lot of versatility, a lot of crazy equipment we're gonna look at. Kayvon, you got any wise words before you kick you off camera and go to somebody else?
Yeah, I'm excited to just share the product team with the world too, because it's not just me cooking up all this. They're to blame too for all your matrix. So.
He's alluding to my leg press hack squat, but kudos to them for inviting us after we've been their toughest critics. But also we're gonna mic up different people who've helped with the product development, and that's why Kayvon brought us here, to meet some of the team and introduce some of the people behind the scenes to you. Can we kick you off camera now?
Yeah, let's get into it. All right, see
get out of here. So we're here with Adam from Poland, I believe, and he is one of the engineers for Bells of Steel that's worked on a lot of the stuff like the bell saw, the Manicore, the Smith machine attachment, the seal row pad, the list goes on. So how did Kayvon get you into his tangled web?
So it started before COVID actually, so quite a while ago. And I was just building up my home gym in a one-car garage rented from like an old communist building in Poland. And I was designing a rack of my own for powerlifting. And I posted it on one of the garage gym groups, and Kayvon reached out to me, and here we are 5 days later.
He catches people in all kinds of unique ways.
And so what product are you most proud of that you've helped Bells with?
So from the current ones, I would say the seal row pad, which is over there.
Okay. They're very familiar with the seal row pad. It's Adrian's favorite.
I love it. It's small, compact, and it adds a lot of versatility to your home gym. Even though it's by far not the most complicated product I've worked on, it's just a cool little thing. But I would say that the products I'm definitely the most proud of aren't out yet.
That's an excitement. So we got a lot coming. I'm sure Kayvon will get back into that and tell us more. But can you tell us, so the Smith machine attachment's not out. I know right now it's set to vertical. It can also be tilted at an angle.
Yeah,
do you mind talking about this? It's a prototype, a very early prototype.
Yes, it is an early prototype, so there's still quite a lot of tinkering we need to do with it. Main thing being we need to fix the bar, and in the final design the bar is going to be swappable, so we can use your own barbell. Right now you can adjust. You're doing fine.
Yeah, I'm just messing with it. I've never touched this before.
Yeah, we need to fix the barbell itself as well, because the one we've got here is definitely far off what we would expect.
Okay.
The range of motion needs a little bit of an adjustment, a small fix for it. You can adjust the angle like you've said. You can also mount it both on the outside and on the inside of the rack. So those brackets, you can rotate them 90 degrees and mount them up on top. A
lot of versatility we're not seeing in this quick.
You can tell he's had his own home gym, because these criticisms that he's had of the current prototype are the exact things that people in the home gym community, especially us, might point out.
Yeah, it still needs some work, but I think we're in a good track. It's taken a long while to develop it and to get that.
Do they know how far out this is until it? Because I know a lot of people are probably excited about it
from the bit.
No, how far for release, or is that we're not sure because the prototyping?
I'm not the one to answer that question, unfortunately.
We'll try to get that out of Kayvon.
All right. Well, it was great talking to you. Do you have anything else you wanted to tell us?
The only thing I can say, watch out for what's coming out next, because there's some cool stuff coming out.
Thank you.
Are you
so
sure you're an
much.
engineer, not a marketing person?
You can just call me product dev. I'll bundle it all together.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we're here with Lynn now, who's been working with Bells for about 2.5 years, and she's done a lot of work on developing the Dreadmill. So what do you think is special about this, and what are you happy about with it?
I think that the Dreadmill is special because of its multifunctionality. You can do farmer's carries, you can do sled pushes, you could use it as a regular treadmill to just walk or run. You can flip up the deck and do deadlifts, you can do versions of rows, you could do a floor press. Something to just kind of like play with in a pretty small footprint.
Yeah, I mean, home gyms are full of people who want to invent their own types of stuff. So I think this is a great product for that. Is there anything else that you're excited about that you've worked on with Bells?
Like in terms of products in general?
Whatever you want.
God.
I didn't give her any props. I was going to ask that, so the hesitance is.
Yeah, I mean, we're working on refining our like product development process.
Okay.
So that's something that's pretty exciting to me, to just kind of explore the different ways that we get feedback from our internal staff, users, people like you. Yeah.
No, that's great. Thank you so much for your time. We think it's awesome. We actually have this waiting in our driveway for when we get back. Hopefully it doesn't get damaged in the crate.
Hopefully Dan was able to get me tinkering with it because we haven't touched ours yet, so that's
No.
like first time ever. Pretty intuitive.
Yeah. But again, thank you so much. And we'll see you later.
All right.
All right, we're here with Matt Porter, who kind of gained some infamy for the attachments he's made. Yeah, you're famous now.
Yeah.
For these attachments he's built himself out of stuff he had in his garage. He saw a need on the Bells Steel cable tower, so he's built more than 4 attachments. We're going to talk about 4 of them today, and Bells is going to be producing some of these. So these are his prototypes that he literally welded up. Like, he welded this up at 2 in the morning to bring it to the show. It's existed, but they've got this one he cut himself. Like, all this stuff is existing. I'm not going to say who he chopped stuff out from, but he's very clever man who's chopped stuff from other companies to make this an insanely versatile and cool thing. So, do you want a demo and Matt can
Yes,
explain?
of course.
And I'll eat some pizza?
Yep. All right, go ahead, Matt. You explain what you got going on.
So, have you mentioned that you can... How many flies are you going to do? Stop showing
How
up.
much pizza are you gonna eat?
I had permission to eat that. Don't flame me in the comments. But this is adjustable?
All of these, basically these, all are ones you can change the angles. So basically fly, chest press, fly, chest press. This is got like a high fly, and this one can be a like a high row.
Okay. So, pretty versatile system. Simple and easy to adjust. This is just bolted on. Have you talked about the lap pull? I really should pay attention, not eat. So, you do that and I'll just keep causing problems.
So if you move this seat down to the bottom and you add on the leg holder that Gluck has here, pin that in.
And Matt has a seat he's made, but it's not here, correct?
Oh, they actually use the steel row pad for Bells
Okay,
of
we can do
Steel.
that.
So this becomes the seat at the bottom, and then you just put this on for your seat. You hold your legs down, and then you attach this, and you can do your row or your lap pull downs. And then because of this, it has a pop pin. You don't need the necessary chain for the leader chain because you just move the pop pin up and down to adjust the height for the lap pull down for you.
And
That's really interesting.
there's a belt squat. So do you mind? Are we not giving you too much here? Do you mind?
No, you're
just explain the belt squat. I know, like we were looking at some of the handles.
Yeah, so this would need to move up out of the way.
And you can see it's easy to adjust. We've done a review on this, but he's designed a belt squat. It's over here. It's not attached because I don't want to overwhelm him. We put him on camera, you know. They might
So
come up.
handle, this is kind of more of like a safety. You thread it all the way through, and then now you can hold on to the machine while you're doing your belt squats. And then if it gets too heavy and you need to like kind of wrench up on the handle, you can kind of get yourself out of the bottom.
Yep.
And then they also double as, I can get them off, as cable attachments if you want to use like a kind of neutral grip, like a nunchuck handle. You can use the eye, and when you're done with them, you can hang them on the wall so they're out of the way.
Yeah, he's been playing with them
You've
a
been
lot.
practicing with us, huh? And that's another thing he came up with the belt squat attachment. I mean, honestly, taking a pretty cool device and just making it insanely like versatile and
And it wasn't more of
Super
it was
cool.
more of a necessity of being a teacher. It's just like I can't afford to buy what I want, so
Yeah.
I had the tools, so I just made it.
And so when will something like this hit the market?
I'm currently selling these up at the top, so if they wanted to buy it now, they can buy it through my website.
And what's
then
that
Bells will
website?
eventually
Porter
produce.
Visit Fitness.
Okay, well, link that in the description.
And then if you wanted to wait on Bell stuff, I'm not really sure. They still have to kind of finalize some different prototypes and things like that. We're done.
Great.
Again, like a cool collaboration to see Bells pulling somebody in from the community and working with them to take something to the next level.
And Bells was willing to work with someone from Florida, so that's pretty impressive.
And I'm Florida, like born and bred Florida.
Oh, we can hear it in the
Transplant
accent.
Florida, wrestling gators and stuff.
Yeah. Well, thank you
Maybe we
so
should
much
move
for
on
your
before we
time.
offend somebody.
Yeah. So we're back with Kayvon because he is the owner. I guess we have to give him some camera time. So we heard that you have some things that you're trying to work on in the future. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, I think for the future of Bells of Steel, we kind of been we went through this like explosive growth period, and we're about an 80 person team now, and we've kind of built out all of our departments like properly, you know, with like a director of that department and manager and their team, except for my baby, which is product. And while that's good in a sense, because I'm an inventor, it also leads to sometimes like a lot of chaos in the development process. So instead of doing, you know, a proper requirements gathering at the beginning and reaching out to your community and internally being like, this new product has these problems on the market and this is what we can do better. Instead, we're kind of doing part of that at the beginning and then part of that in the middle and then part of it at the end, and it slows down the process a lot. And I think having an actual structure, more of a team structure, and Lynn kind of leading as a product manager and me kind of just feeding ideas is going to help things go a lot better.
And I just want to emphasize that one of the things Kayvon is really good at is hiring people. Like all the people who work here that we've talked to, we visited Calgary, they're all better than you could imagine, and they're much better than Kayvon. No, I'm kidding.
Kayvon's great, but he's got a good eye for
talent.
We came to Calgary for that video, and meeting the staff was just insane. The passion and the knowledge those people had. So for you to be able to delegate and find the people with those talents who can hold that stuff in, and people like Lynn and Adam and Matt Porter, and we've talked a lot to guys behind the scenes, Brandon Harper, and who Winnie famously made fun of being short and weak, but he's actually 6'6" and deadlifts 700. But there's just so many great people on this team, and I think to me that's the strength of this company.
I think that's the other cool thing is like everyone's starting to like get past me. Like our product developers are starting to come up with stuff that I'm not coming up with, and our marketers are coming up with stuff that I never came up with. And
But that must be so validating as a boss.
Yeah. Except for I'm extremely competitive. So I think the future is bright, and I'm looking forward to some of the heavy hitters we have coming out this year. And
We're looking forward to getting them.
and like, you know, I love seeing your reviews where I love seeing them obviously, but like that's what we want. Like we want like relentless improvements, and like we don't want to be doing V2s or sending retro kits. We want to nail it on the first time, and I think we're shifting in that direction really well now.
That's something I appreciate, because I was not nervous. I'm going to do my videos no matter what, but I've been brutal in a few videos, and you guys come back. What do you think of this? Can you test this out? What do you think of this thought? And that's like a pretty cool aspect, because not every company is so welcoming of
And
criticism.
forgiving, maybe.
Well, I did slash your tires, so.
I flew here, so that was a little worried.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Kayvon. Thank you for flying us out. Any other last minute things?
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Like, it's a lot of time and work to do these things. Like, you know, even us, we're 2 hours down the road, and it's just a massive undertaking. You know, it's not even a huge booth this year. And yeah, I was glad I could like help you guys get out, and Massonomics, like these are the communal leaders in the industry, and like, I don't know, I think people should be, you know, chipping in to like make sure.
You're right, everybody else should pay our way.
Everybody else should like, you know, we spend as companies, like that's like less than your Facebook ads budget for a day, right? Like, you know, anyways, but you can speak to that more.
Well, we're super appreciative of the opportunity, because none of this content would have existed without Kayvon.
Yeah, well, thank you again, and we'll see you. Bye!